So this is my second attempt to make this video, and well, it's kind of difficult to focus on what I need to in telling my story, showing evidence when I'm having to spend so much time blocking my predators on this channel. Don't tell me about torturing people. When I've asked you to stop, if you continue to do it, you're showing you have absolutely no respect for me. When I tell you that repeatedly interrupting me to talk about torturing people and murdering people and tying people up in bags of rats or taking a bunch of hungry rats and pouring it into their ventilation system, yeah, that's gonna fucking freak me out. So I'm gonna start off by reading the messages because I am honest with people. I already read this in the last one, but then I had to block a bunch of the same predators that I've had to deal with for years. They think that it's okay to psychologically torture somebody on the internet because that person is on the internet, which makes it okay. It's okay to be harmful to somebody, to be mean to somebody, to bully someone. It's okay to do that if they're on the internet, right? No, it's fucking not. I have had to deal with literally years of this, and I have to deal with pieces of shit like Tony who are too busy getting fucked up on drugs and going out of his way to not hear anything that I'm saying. And that's the point of having to play the goddamn recordings. I don't want to do this shit. I don't want to post up a bunch of recordings of Tony in his own voice talking about torturing and fucking murdering people and telling me shit like it's fun to think about. You're going to hear that in the recordings. And like I said, he keeps trying to push stuff on me that I need him to stop. Here he's want to tell me about I didn't have any money, couldn't buy a car. There's no reason to be pushing this stuff. And this is what he's pushing. All right, I can get that that's something you're trying to do to be nice. But when I say I need you to stop pushing that, what I need you to do is sit down with me and look at the fucking evidence, not make 10,000 chores in between that right there. It's fucking simple. You can sit your ass next to me and look at the fucking computer. If you're too fucking retarded to understand that, and you want to turn that into a goddamn argument every fucking time, or just pretend I didn't say it over and over and over again. These are all techniques that this guy has utilized to pretend that he's too fucking retarded to do this stuff. Now let's go to the important part. I mean, it's not like I wasn't trying to tell this guy what was going on or show it to him. It's that he won't shut the fuck up because he's a tweaker. He can't hear what I am saying to him because he's a tweaker. He's going to reword everything that I say because he's a fucking tweaker. He does not have the ability to comprehend. He does not have the capability to comprehend the words that are coming out of another person's mouth if it's not what he wants to fucking hear. Now, of course, I did send him evidence of stuff. Not that he's going to fucking see it. See right here. I typed to him, his friends and family are also mentioned in the protection order, which makes this the third violation this week. And that was on Wednesday, last Wednesday. Then, of course, he found something and the battery wasn't dead. I don't need updates on whatever the fuck you were. I don't care. I really just fucking don't. I don't. I mean, I need you to fucking help me, not make it about you and all of your pet projects, like the fucking battery on the goddamn cart. This is what I need him to pay attention to. It says all 4 pages of instructions. These are the instructions that I read. All you guys got to hear that. Well, Tony only got to read 1 page and he didn't even read it. I had to read it to him. That's what I had to do, that 1 page that I had. Then the next time I talked to him about it, he wanted to try to make an argument over how he thought that he'd seen them all already. No, he fucking hasn't. And I told him that, but he wanted to argue about it. He was sure that he'd seen it. No, that's actually not fucking possible. No, we went over one piece of paper because it's the only one I can find. I've got all 4 now. And over again since that's happened, his meth-induced fucking screwballness results in him literally forgetting everything that I said or going out of his way to play stupid. I can't handle this. I cannot handle this kind of help. I'm tired of fucking meth heads. So since he was incapable of comprehending what was going on the one time that he was here, that he was actually going to try to keep his word to do the one thing that I need him to fucking do first. Shut the fuck up. If he can't fucking do that, then he can't help. And the only time he's going to shut the fuck up is when his fucking meth level drops. And at that point, he's not hearing anything you have to say either. Because what he's doing at that point is thinking about leaving my tent as quickly as possible to go get more fucking meth. So of course I gotta send this stuff to him, right? So I did all 4 pages of the instructions, and he messaged me back, and I also typed to him, let me know when you were ready, and then give my slow ass 10 minutes to get to the front door. He types 25 minutes, okay? So of course, what he tells me, because there's also a phone call in between there, and I'm trying to explain to him, hey, I've got all 4 pages of instructions, and he turned it into an argument. Then he says that he can't see it because his screen is cracked. All right, well, that might be true. It might be so cracked that he can't read the 4 pages that he's been doing literally everything that he can to sidestep. Like he's missed the actual fucking appointments that we set up, and he wants to do 10,000 other things on top of that? No, that's fucking stupid. Stop putting more on my plate. But he's a meth head. That doesn't fucking register to him. So he says to wait until we go out to the vehicle because this is when he's going to go to this restore thing. And it might be as long as a half an hour or 45 minutes, he says. Now you're going to get to hear the entire visit while we were there. You're going to get to hear how me and this other dude were in the vehicle for literally an hour and a half past that 45 minutes. Tony has no concept of fucking time because he's on fucking tweaker time. Why is he on tweaker time? Because he fucking smokes meth. But I'm still having to work with him because he's still pretending. No, I'm done with your fucking pretending. Now let's get to the actual important part. Actually, fuck it. Let's play this part.
Trying to text on this phone is bullshit with the cracked screen, so let's just talk about that first.
Yeah. See? It's bullshit with a cracked screen. Let's go ahead and talk about it in person. I've also got the recordings of me trying to talk about it in person. It's just a fucking argument. If it's something he doesn't want to do, he will literally make an argument about it and try to convince you that you're fucking retarded and that he already knows everything. The only way to do it is his fucking meth-induced goddamn craziness. Then you guys don't want to see me being emotional over this. No, I have every right to be. That was literally days ago. That was on Friday. Now, how did I reply? I replied by typing okay. Are you back? We were supposed to do something. But he was a no call, no show. And then he tells me that I should have called him. I did fucking call him. So he didn't reply to that message for 2 fucking days. That was on Friday. It's Sunday. Okay, he didn't reply to it at all, I should say, because the very next one, after he's saying that he was trying, no, he made no fucking effort. 0 fucking effort. It's because he's fucking twacked out of his goddamn mind. So today I typed, I have at least 11 recorded conversations with you where you either talk about torture, killing, even trying to convince me to take part on multiple occasions. You don't care what harm you have caused me. You are too busy making excuses. Oh, sorry. You are too busy making excuses. The 2 recordings with you today and the ones for the last 2 weeks show I have to go with Mike. I'll put the recordings with you on a USB drive so you can listen to them. Maybe after listening to yourself, you will recognize you have a problem and check yourself into rehab. I'm not saying this to be rude or condescending. When you said it's fun to think about When you said it's fun to think about torturing people and admitted to terrorizing people the way people terrorize me, it occurred to me that Joseph Michael Lopez was infatuated with torturing people too. Knowing what you do to rats, that's literally what psychologists look for when identifying serial killers. I can't believe those are jokes when you have literally told me what you do to rats. Obviously, you never replied to my message from 2 days ago. I screenshotted the message I just sent you and sent it to Roy. He typed back, okay, I disagree with all of that. I care about you and I would never do anything intentionally to hurt you. Well, when you guys listen to the messages, you'll realize that is 100% the opposite of the truth. It says, okay, I disagree with all of that. I care about you and I would never do anything intentionally to hurt you, obviously. Gallow humor is something I care about you. Fuck it. I'll read it off the big screen. Okay, I disagree with all of that. I care about you and I would never do anything intentionally to hurt you. Obviously, gallow humor is not something that you understand. Actually, it is something I understand. That doesn't make it okay. If someone is a rape victim, are you going to go making fucking a bunch of rape jokes? He would. And then when you say, I'm not okay with that, he's not going to let you tell him why. Hey, I'm not okay with you making rape jokes. No, he's going to get offended that how dare you ask him to stop making fucking rape jokes? Oh, it's just a joke. Oh, no, I'm not asking you to go rape him back with me. No, I'll do it by myself. You don't have to know anything. No, that's not fucking helpful. That is the opposite of helpful. You say you're going to help a rape victim. How is offering to rape somebody going to help them? Obviously, no is not a word that he understands. Obviously, no means no does not apply to me. And I'm not talking about sexual anything here, okay? He hasn't tried to touch my balls. He doesn't molest me. He doesn't make sexual passes at me. There's nothing like that going on. Now, that conversation that I posted up yesterday where we spoke with Mike and God, what's that other guy's name? We talked to Mike and Sean and also that lady who you get to hear her say Tony's name. Same Tony. And I typed to him, I asked you to stop doing it. You said you would stop. You haven't. It's not funny. You were literally trying to convince me to harm Wolnez, and you bragged today about destroying someone's phone. Yeah, he was talking about using electronic means to destroy somebody's stuff and talking about basically what it sounded to me like is that he was hinting that he would destroy my shit. So yeah, we're fucking playing that. You know, I'm glad for the walking with me someplace. Give me a ride someplace. And I certainly need those things. I'm also willing to pay for them. But at the same time, I can't afford to fucking be a goddamn accomplice because when I go for help, all people want to do is do things that they know are traumatic to me. How about the first time I was trying to explain to you that it was traumatic and you got fucking offended with me? How about instead of getting fucking offended, you stop? If you say you understand and then you do it again, you are intentionally doing so. You are intentionally harming someone. If you know what you're doing is harming someone and you do it again and again and again and again and again, you are intentionally harming them. That's exactly what you're doing. So he typed, again, I wholeheartedly disagree with all that. Sorry, let me make sure I show it here. Again, I wholeheartedly disagree with that. All of it. I'm not sure why you took it that way. It wasn't my intention, obviously. I think this is just a clash of personalities. You are entitled to your opinion, right or wrong. I respect that. Just doesn't Justin, I have to agree with it. I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, there's a clash of personalities. Of course, there's a clash of personalities. I'm completely against this shit. Do you have any idea how much hell it took for me to threaten people back? How many assaults I had to endure? How many people threatened to kill my friends and family before there was even one threat towards any of those pieces of shit back? Meanwhile, these people dish it out like it's fucking candy. What sucks about starting at the very end with the stuff that's easiest to find is that, well, then it's out of order. Now, I'm having to do this rush job with the best of my abilities because I don't have somebody here in person to help. However, Mike, thank goodness, is going to try. I bought him the phone that I said I was going to. I got it to him today. And Tony walked with me to do it. But on that walk, all of the things that he said that he was going to stop doing, he went through and did all of those things again. It got to the point where I just had to shut my mouth. It's no longer worth it to me to tell him, hey, this is Greek to me and you're overwhelming me with a bunch of bullshit. Okay? I don't need to hear all of that stuff. I am overwhelmed. I don't give a fuck about your computer bullshit. I care about my sister and the fucking pieces of shit that threaten to fucking kill her. Okay, that's what I fucking care about. I care about that 17-year-old girl who's trying to turn in her fucking rapist and had to come to me to fucking do it. That's what I fucking care about. I don't care about your fucking meth use or your fucking sick jokes or your torture of fucking animals. I typed to him, I'm literally downloading our conversations to YouTube for my safety right now. And no, not necessarily my safety from him, but yes, my safety from retaliation. He typed, I don't have a problem with that. I'm sorry you feel threatened by me. You shouldn't. I care a lot about you and I would never hurt you intentionally. But the thing is that his drug, God damn it, fucking work. And I'm glad he doesn't have a problem with it. He types, I'm still here for you if you need anything. I still consider you a friend. But the thing is, these things aren't friendly. They're traumatic. I got to try to stay focused while you're saying shit that's fucking creepy as all hell. There's a lot to go through to make this happen, and I got a bunch of these today. I mean, people keep wanting to give ideas. How about you listen to understand instead of make suggestions or assumptions? When you say you're going to stop interrupting me to give me a bunch of ideas or talk about a bunch of this other stuff, I need you to actually keep your word to stop doing that. I need you to keep your word to stop. When you say you will stop, that means stop. And I'm not talking about just one or two or maybe 3 recordings of him doing it again after saying that he was going to stop. No, I'm talking about over and over and over again. The one that we're going to start off with, though, is the last recording that I made. You're going to get to see how trying to explain this stuff to him is fucking impossible. I'm not going to get to finish. He's going to same shit he said before. I'm overwhelmed with it. I can't handle it. What the fuck makes somebody think that I want to hear about them talking about fucking killing people? I try to illustrate for you guys how fucking wrong that shit is. I know that if I try to tell you what's going on in person, you just can't fucking help yourselves. I don't hate any of these people. I don't have the ability to fucking hate people. The fact that I have to fucking pretend is stupid. I don't hate people, I hate actions. But those actions are committed by people. Inaction is still an action. It is a decision that you have made. Now, you got two choices, right? When you're in an abusive situation and household, either A, you can stay there and continue to take the abuse, in which case you're told it's your fault for staying, or you can leave and end up homeless, and then you get told you're homeless because you chose it. That's basically it. Got to find the right phone, right? Goddamn phone. There it is. I got too many phones. If you guys listen to the stuff that I said on my previous ones, these are the recordings from today. You can definitely compare my complaints with the fact that it's obviously still happening. And I'm sorry, these are super long. This first one is short. Let's see if we can turn on the Bluetooth. That way it's loud enough to hear. Um, fuck it. You know what? Fuck it. We'll just press play and hope it's good enough. I mean, I don't obviously have optimal conditions to work on this shit. Let's see if this is it.
Well, Sky is finally driving off. His girlfriend's still screaming.
Oh, that was a while ago. Shit. Oh, it's in other storage, maybe?
I offered $100 for somebody to help me get my disability money, since CARE wasn't doing it. They didn't come back. I offered somebody $500. Several people, $500 a piece, to help me to make the telephone call to get my disability money back, or my back payment. Sorry. Got lots of promises. Nobody kept their word. So I offered a man $1,000, and finally he made the phone call, and it took 20 minutes. Easiest $1,000 he ever made. If he'd helped me earlier, could have done a lot more. But I can't argue with people for 6 months to get them to do the simplest goddamn thing. I said I could keep my money, but at the same time, I said that I would, and I'm keeping my word. So I'm gonna go pay him. Are you in there? Well, I told you that if you made the call with me to get...
I think I just found my Bluetooth device.
Powered on. Welcome to all tech stations.
Utility money back. When it came back in, I'd give you $1,000. And you told me not to, but I literally have $1,000 in my pocket to give you because I said that I would. I offered people $100 to do it, and they didn't. I offered them $500 and they didn't. I offered $1,000 and nobody came back. And like literally, when I told you that I would pay you $1,000 to do that, I did mean it. And you said yes when I said I'd give you $1,000. So, you know that. The reason I'm bringing that up is because, regardless of anything else that's said or done, the thing that got him actually motivated was when I offered $1,000. When I was so desperate, after begging for months and being told to go to care, I was so desperate to pay a fucking tweaker $1,000, knowing he's a fucking tweaker. $1,000 to help me. One call, 20 minutes. That's what it took to get you to say yes, which is why I do feel like it's probably best if I give it to you.
I think I better take it then. I said I wanted it. I wanted all that conversation.
Well, you didn't say that you wanted it, but when I said I'd give you $1,000, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I know you also said if I gave you money, you were going to reinvest it back into me. But, you know, the thing is that I want to keep my word. I don't want to feel like I'm wasting people's time, or like I'm not keeping my word or not paying my debts or any of that. Roy said that I didn't owe him anything, but I kept a ledger. He spent over $4,000 while I was locked up. So I paid him the money that I owed. Yep. I'm gonna stop there because the lady at the bank wanted to make sure I wasn't giving a bunch of money to somebody that I didn't know. You know, when I get the records from the jail, it's going to reflect that. Yes, he literally spent over $4,000 putting money on my books. More importantly, putting money on my telephone so I could make my legal calls because, well, it seems there's a lot of attorneys that are incapable of being called. You have to call them with your own money or you can't talk to your attorney. That's literally how it was. So he also paid for my storage bill the entire time I was locked up. That's 15 months where he paid my bill. This bed that is made out of 3 storage containers that are literally filled to the brim with paper evidence, as well as the one over in the corner filled to the brim with paper evidence. The reason I still have those is because of somebody going out of their way to do the right thing. It was expensive, and you goddamn right. I fucking paid him back. It's the right thing to do. Let's see if we can get this thing to work again. I'm sorry for pausing it again. Bad habit.
And I don't know what happened to us the next couple of days, but I gave up. I'm waiting on you. I've been ready.
I went and got a hold of Mike. I gave up with the situation with you.
So, what happened 2 days ago? Well, 2 days ago, when he was telling me to fucking get a hold of him over the phone, I let him know I did get a hold of him over the phone. Then, of course, he's waiting for 2 days. I messaged him. He didn't fucking see it for 2 days or didn't reply to it for 2 days.
I went and spoke with Mike, and I went and spoke with Sean, and I made sure that I got the recordings, and Mike agreed to turn the stuff in with me. We're going to go in Wednesday morning. If you'd still like to help out, the more the merrier, and if you're willing to look at evidence, I'm
100%.
willing to sit, but the moving everything is just killing me. Having you move it, if you get around to getting some of that stuff that you were saying you were going to do done, that's a viable option. But at this point, it's an emergency to get it turned in, which means I got the computer set up already. I got some room sort of made now. I can move some of that stuff so that there is more room and there's easier access.
This is all extra work. This is all extra work. I'm still trying to go through and process all of the stuff that I was prevented from because he kept bringing me things. And when I'd ask him to stop, he'd bring me more things and say he was going to stop, and then he'd bring me more things. I'm overwhelmed. I don't hate this guy. He is a super, super nice guy. It's not people's intentions that are the problem. It's their follow through. And when they don't follow through, and it's because I didn't call when I did very clearly call, or haven't messaged him 2 days. I obviously did. I went to the door and knocked on it. I walked to the door with papers. I was in the vehicle with the papers that I needed him to go over with because he said he was gonna, and he couldn't because his screen was cracked. So we were going to do it in person, and then in person we didn't. Instead, it was an argument over whether or not he'd seen it or not. There's 4 pages there. We can look at all 4 pages. I let him know that I'd start getting this stuff together and I'd fucking defragment and fucking start working on this stuff, and we could meet up in an hour and a half. But the thing is I had to stop and reflect on today how many times he had done exactly what he said he wouldn't do on multiple occasions before, but we still haven't focused on what needs to be done. That's why I went for the walk to go find Mike. That's why I bought Mike the phone. The reason that I'm going through all of that is because Tony has missed all of our appointments, and he wants to set up a bunch of appointments. I can't have you doing that. One thing at a time. When I say stop volunteering to do things and then you continue, I'm overwhelmed. When I say that something that you are talking about is Greek to me, that doesn't mean talk about it for 50 more minutes. When I say, hey, stop talking about that until you have the equipment in front of me. One of the questions I asked him when he was doing this whole terabyte thing, I'm like, do you have a cord for it? He said, no. Well, okay, then it's not useful right now. Let's work on what we can work on right now, which is you who are right here next to me. He was literally right here next to me. I had the computer right here in front of me where it's at now. I was sitting where I am now. And he's wanting to show me this terabyte thing after he's already said he's going to stop pushing that stuff. He's trying to show me this car. These cars that we're not looking at this. I'm telling him about the stuff that's here. I'm trying to show him the paperwork, and he's off on fucking crazy tangents. and he can't help his
access
disabilities.
to a lot of the papers, so it's easy to show it. But it's
I was just wondering what's stopping you from putting the videos we want to watch on a thumb drive.
I just went and bought a bunch of thumb drives. There's nothing to stop me from doing that. That's literally what I bought them for. But the thing, somebody has to look at it with me, not me sending it across
I know,
the
I know.
internet or
I
whatever.
just mean you bring Thumb Drive in and we watch it together inside.
Well,
He's not stopping. He's repeatedly interrupting me to tell me what he thought, what he thinks. Stop and listen to how it fucking affects me, god damn it. Stop interrupting and getting defensive and making excuses for something you said you were going to stop doing. Stop blaming me because you didn't answer the fucking phone, or because you didn't answer the door, or because you didn't answer a fucking text message.
that's also a lot of work. I mean, that's literally a bunch of processing work that I'm already doing a bunch of processing work.
And you're going to get to hear in every single conversation I explain this to him. Every single one.
Get it sent to a bunch of other places. What I need is someone to look at it and verify it. We're in a time crunch. It's friggin' Sunday. This whole week I thought you were going to help me with stuff, and stuff always comes up. And when it's difficult to communicate with you or to find you, or to the phone issues and all of that's really complicated for me. It's also really complicated with Mike. But Mike has made the effort, and he's also shown a lot of interest. And the thing is that he did need a phone, and he did use his previous phone to attempt to coordinate that stuff with me. And just like most people, he made the wrong assumptions to begin with, and then once he was sent the evidence, he changed his mind. Also, he's got a close connection with Stormy, and he is familiar with the situations, and I know that he's not afraid to have his face on camera and speak on YouTube, even if there's a possibility that nobody will look at it, or there's a possibility 10,000 people will look at it. He's not afraid of his name being out there. He's not afraid of his face being out there. And if I hand him a piece of evidence right there on camera and say, "Can you read that?" he will literally read it right then and there. I know that because I've handed stuff to him that he started running his lips and being pretty loud, and I had to tell him, "Hey, that's my phone number," and I'm recording.
I don't know what the issue was. I dismissed communications really. I didn't realize it would be an issue to put videos on the thumb drive to watch.
Well, it's
He's too busy being apologetic to listen to understand. He already apologized the last time he did it. He apologized the time before that when he did it. He said he's not going to do that anymore. Or he tries to give me a full-on explanation in defense mode. No. No, I don't want to hear your fucking excuses. That is what these are. They are excuses. He doesn't want to help, so I don't want his help. I don't want your brand of help. If your idea of helping is to completely forget something that I just said because you want to talk about fucking torturing or killing people, no! I said no already. If you cannot respect my fucking boundaries, you do not respect me, and you are not helping, regardless of how many nice ways that you make excuses.
it's not difficult to do, but at the same time, there's literally thousands of them, and everybody I know that I go to for help wants to make all of these electronic things in between. But the thing is, if your daughter was raped and came to you and said, "I was raped," they wouldn't make all of this complicated stuff for somebody that obviously has been through a traumatic experience. For me, a lot of this, right? for me, the trauma, the majority of it is trying to get past people's assumptions and show them the reality of my situation, because that's important in court. It's called circumstances. The circumstances are important. Did you shoot the son of a bitch because you were strung out on drugs and thought he looked like the dude who ripped you off for $50 last week? Or did you shoot your son of a bitch because he broke into your house and fucking blasted your wife and was trying to find your kids to shoot? Circumstance matters.
I tried telling that.
Yeah, well, the thing is, sitting with him right next to me, I know that is something that he's willing to do, because it's something that he was coordinating to do, and he actually spent money to get some of the stuff to do that. I explained to him that I already have recording stuff, so he didn't need to go invest money or buying anything, but he doesn't want to have to fucking beg, borrow, or plead to fucking do something. He doesn't want to wait a couple of days to run into me again to be able to record a situation, and it makes sense. When you're dependent on others, you have to wait on those other people to make the time. When you're dependent on others for the help that you need in specific, if they're not going to make the time to help you how you need, you have to find somebody who will. And as a disabled person, that's the biggest issue.
I've been keeping my phone on me and changed the ringtone through the text messages so I would recognize it when it rings. So
Doesn't
please
make
call
any
me or
difference
text
if
me
he
when
doesn't
you're ready
fucking
to
answer it.
have me watch videos. And I'll watch them.
Yes, sir. And I'm going to go finish up my coffee and calm down. And that walk helped out. I'm probably going to start freezing up about 11:30 this evening and being in severe pain, but I think I walked myself out well enough to be okay with that. I'll probably call you in about an hour and a half. That'll give me some time to calm down and give me a half an hour to start dragging stuff up.
Is
Yes,
this
sir.
yours?
Hmm?
Is that yours?
Yeah.
You want it, or you leave it in here?
The stuff I got is better. I don't know why, but that was making me nauseous.
It was a brisk
The brisk tea. All right, I'll see you shortly.
That does seem relatively harmless. Let's go back to the one previous to it. Now, if I was to post it in order, starting with the first one, that'd be the best way to do this, but I just simply don't have that luxury. At some point, I'm going to have to stop this, and I'm going to have to listen to dozens of videos. But yeah, at least I paid him. Let's see. Is this it? Maybe. We'll find out.
God, I'm so nastified up. All right, so come on now. That is not a good place for that. There it is. I'm gonna fall down there. All right. Got my cigarettes. I gotta find some sort of a holder to hold my phone so that it's not constantly being hit and
Just fast
turning
forward
off.
through it real quick and see if there's a walk there.
Full evidence. Yeah, I know it's out here, but I know why. One of the veterans.
All right, this is the one.
God, I'm so nastified up. All right, so
It's about 45 minutes long.
come on now. That is not a good place for that. There it is. I'm gonna fall down there. All right. Got my cigarettes. I gotta find some sort of a holder to hold my phone so that it's not constantly being hit and turning off. I feel like shit, but I know that if I go for a walk, that's when I'm most likely to run into Mike. Since I gotta carry the telephone to give him, I gotta put the phone in my pocket. I got a different hoodie on now, so hopefully I can still remain warm without having to wear super loud fabric.
All right. Oh. Mm-hmm. That one empty. Yo. Uh,
By the way, this video has me in it. It's got Mike in it. It's also got Tony in it. I don't hate people. I hate action. Yeah, I got to listen to the whole video to find the important stuff. I don't have that luxury. I'm not trying to be an asshole. That's not what this is about in the least bit.
Shut up. Hey, you.
So basically, what I planned on doing was to walk to the Shell station and back, or walk to the Shell station, then up to the Center Market, because I usually see them either around the courthouse or the Shell station or the library.
You're not gonna believe this, but I looked into the craziest find I've ever assembled on that Goodwill. Talk about it. I was looking at it, it's kind of funny. One of these things, I threw in there. This is like a video processor. It's got all these codes and stuff in the back, like absorbing it out, like then I ever seen before. So,
It's all Greek to me. It's all of it. But also, by this point, I've said that so many times, and this is one of the things that people who don't get no, okay, they don't understand that you've already said no. You've tried to explain it to them because they didn't take no for an answer. Not right now. It's not that these are bad ideas. It's that they are bad ideas. They are absolutely bad ideas. It's a bad idea to go run around in circles like a chicken with your head cut off because you didn't bother to take the time to find out what's going on, to listen intently and look at evidence. He's also not understanding that I have to find somebody who's going to shut the fuck up. I don't care about all this other stuff. What I care about is turning in the crimes. I care about getting my niece safe. I don't care about all this other bullshit. I don't give a fuck about any of this. I care about keeping Zyler safe. I care about keeping Danielle safe. I care about keeping Elizabeth safe. I care about keeping Destiny safe. This is shit I don't give a fuck about. If I tell you to stop explaining it to me, I can't fucking comprehend it. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. None of this shit fucking helps me for you to talk about it. Be about it or shut the fuck up.
And stuff.
Now, when we go through the recordings, as we go backwards through them, you're going to realize why I'm so fucking pissed. How about you pay attention to the goddamn abuse instead of your crackhead bullshit? Holy fuck! When I tell you something that's harmful, that doesn't mean do it again. When I say call off the dogs, I mean call off the fucking dogs. When I say leave me alone, I mean leave me the fuck alone.
Room, the lighting in the room and stuff like that. Apparently, it's for people that are really into like high quality video, like 4K or 5K. This is the latest iteration of these units that they've been making in Hillsboro, here in Oregon. And the retail price is $2,000 for a brand new one.
At this point, I can't tell him that I'm overwhelmed with him doing this because I've told him repeatedly that I'm overwhelmed with him doing this. He doesn't comprehend the English language, so he's just going to do it again, which is the reason that I went to fucking YouTube about this shit last night. It's the reason I went to fucking YouTube about this shit the day before. And the day before. And I'm trying to keep his name safe. And that makes it real complicated to understand what the hell's going on. It's the same shit that I had to deal with when Natalie fucking died. The same exact shit.
And they're very rare because not very many people buy them because of the price.
I don't
And so
fucking
only
care.
one is sold on eBay that I can see.
I don't
and it
fucking
was
care.
for
I don't
parts.
fucking care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I can't focus on that.
I got two of them and they work. Pretty crazy, right? I think the first one I'm going to auctions off and stuff, and they are. See where it goes. Instead of reserve price of $2,000. That's 10% of the original cost. Seems reasonable. Very well done. That's great. Where all the money blows.
Ain't a whole lot of talking out of me, is there?
Coffee shop over there. So that guy there who just drove by us, 728 QSS, that's Zane Woodring.
He's been aware of the situation since I first got to town in 2022. He also worked in care. He did much care for it there. So I know he currently works, and like I said, one of the witnesses at least is trying to get help. You notice there, I'm at least trying to point people out. I'm at least trying to show what's going on. Now, this isn't stuff that I wanted to post. It's not stuff that I want to put up on my fucking YouTube channel. I never wanted to post a single goddamn video on my YouTube channel. That's not what my YouTube channel is for. My YouTube channel used to be for watching fucking videos on how to make things, and that's it. Listen to some fucking music videos. Maybe if I get stuck at a part on a video game, I look something up. I had no need to be able to speak on a YouTube channel until after Natalie was fucking killed. And the reason that I had to make a fucking YouTube channel is because I didn't have a single goddamn friend in my life who knew how to fucking listen. I've also run into him over at the food court. The guy in that vehicle, 125 JUC, I believe his name is Brandon. I'm gonna wait till he gets out. If it is him, he's one of the care workers too. Now, if I can make it proper ID, I do. Back and forth between care workers, sure, I'll wait. Just so that they don't have to do anything. They give me somebody new after it's complaining about Shelly all that time, and that somebody new doesn't know anything, and I have to start over from scratch. Obviously, with 3 care workers, it literally took a 20-minute phone call with another person. Nope, that's not him. See, I'll positively identify somebody if it is them, and if I'm not sure, I'll wait. Because if it is a positive ID on them, I can point it out to you, and then if you have a visual reference. System is actually right. Yeah. Exactly. I got a whole YouTube channel speaking up about that stuff. There you go. Yes, ma'am. War for pedophiles, right? You know, the whole United States been at war with the homeless as long as I've been alive. So
you're absolutely right on
and
that.
it's time to quit that bullshit. You know, it's a hate crime to defend yourself against a pedophile because it's considered targeting them. But if you're a homeless person getting assaulted by the pedophile, it still doesn't feel very good. And it's not a hate crime for them to beat you up.
Yeah,
Just saying.
Probably figure you deserve it. And it's wrong.
Right? There are so many people that don't want to be judged, but they want to judge others. And then they want to go to the book of Romans for their excuse.
Yeah. Yeah, it's selective cherry picking is what it is.
Yes, ma'am. I use that word a lot, and then I get called a conspiracy theorist. Unlike that video of somebody punched me in the face, that's not a conspiracy theory. That's a fist.
And a reality.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Hello.
So, we were having a protest. I don't understand why people pay for gas. Like, tacos are delicious. And they produce. Beans are not just a musical fruit, they're also a viable biofuel. And my grandmother as well, thank you. Next one to honk, I'm going to say go Broncos watch.
We just told him we love him. We tried.
My heart. Mm-hmm. Jesus, that was the wrong way to step.
You know, you better kind of protect your daughter when you put the thumbs down driving by.
Yeah, I'm sorry for making jokes and not trying to be all mopey everywhere. There used to be a time when people thought I was a funny fucker. I was like, no, I didn't. Bad joke. That lady on the corner looked like somebody familiar, so I wanted to go talk to her, but it wasn't her. Like I said, making positive ID. And guess what? Speak of Houdini. Praise the Lord Almighty cheese and rice. Orale!
Saw Mike.
I hope that's him.
Yeah, some peeing in the milk too.
Get over here so I can insult you. I haven't had an ass whooping in over a week. I'm getting confused.
Yeah.
Yeah. Forgot to take my meds. I need a dose of my own medicine. Give it to me, baby. I know the curly saint. Pretty fly. We're a white guy. Oh,
My girls. Yeah.
I didn't mean to lie to you. It's been hell for the last couple of days. My fucking body is pushing me and fucking go put yourself in a wood chipper. It'll feel better kind of mode. Yeah. So
Go Broncos.
I did. Guess what these is?
Phones.
Fuck yeah. Did you get one?
Nope.
Good. I'm glad I didn't fucking waste my money getting two.
Nothing.
Yeah. You got my phone number written down, right? God,
No.
you suck. Fucking gave you a piece of paper with it on there yesterday. I don't. I also don't have a clue, and unfortunately, they don't sell them at the sales station.
No, they do. But it's behind the scene thing.
You know what you do behind the store for your fix is not my business. Okay, Cinderella?
That's why they had Gavin over here sucking dick with blues.
Oh my God, some people's fucking kids.
Yeah.
So the Stormy thing, and also, what are you doing right now?
I know
Right
four
now,
Gabbies. I don't know which one he was talking about.
Nope. One of them looking for a truck.
You can turn the phone on and put the number in the phone.
Sure,
Yeah.
I'll get your number in a day.
I don't know what you're busy doing today, but I'm willing to pay cash money every day for help from somebody who's willing to treat it like a job instead of a favor.
Yeah. And today's Sunday's Sunday.
Right?
And we talked to the from yesterday.
Well, that's one of the things about going out on Sunday. I know that I'm not going to be asking any Jews who are going to refuse to work next Sunday.
Yeah.
I don't mean that as a joke either. That's serious business.
Yeah, I
It
guess
is. You don't work on Sundays.
If I can get this thing working with like, well, easier get my Social Security checked out.
All right. So which direction you walking now? Because we can run into a pen on the way there.
Go through my coffee shop.
All right. Could you walk slow for me? Because I'm a bitch.
Oh, yeah, you always get
No, I wasn't. I tell you what, 20 years ago, I'd have beat you piss limber. They needed to clean you off the cement with a sponge and a bucket. Yeah, because
Bad jokes.
Dude, I got this fucking kid from his mom. He says I call her and stuff, stop her. She don't put it in the kid's head. Now the kid's threatening me on the street. I told Tractor that I will be with something off, and let's understand. This is what the scenario is. You get in doing your job. When this kid comes up and will hit me, and he will, I'm going to make sure I spend the time and I'll put him in the fucking hospital for you. Let him go right back to you. Okay, that's your baby. Just
Stuff
tell your
Mike
job to
said
do
ain't
it.
much nicer, is it? Wasn't any much
See, that's
nicer
the
than
great thing
yesterday.
about you being an overwhelming mouthy asshole and knowing that I record all the time and not giving a fuck. Your consequences, not mine.
There are no consequences long enough. Sorry, you first.
Glad that you're willing to try to help turn this shit in with me instead of fucking hacking through the bed. I mean, that is very kind of you, sir. Also, this is my instructions. You can take them with you. I've got many photocopies of it, and I'll be making more. That way, like when I start telling you something and it doesn't make sense, I'm following the rules. I got some more of them that got more complicated bullshit, but I'm not going to make you go through all that.
That's right here.
I know a lot
Well,
of rules. I'm an advocate for it.
See, Tony,
the thing that sucks
Tony
is
never
that,
went
like,
over 'em.
with me being locked up, Mossum and Bonez got away.
I believe Mike will.
My mom's still around.
Oh, also the guy who runs the shop here, he's also a witness to several of the situations. He's also a really nice guy. Sorry, Mike, I'm not trying to be a slowpoke.
I feel like I'm racing, just trying to keep up with people walking.
Push, orderly, push!
Except I didn't have an orderly and I was using the cake.
All right. I'm following you. You know where the pens might be. What a cutie!
I saw a dog.
Oh.
What does that say?
It says we beat him before, we'll beat him again. I want that. And it does it look like it's abandoned or does it look like they meant it for these people? It was face down.
It's like abandoned property to me. You could always call him later and ask him.
Well, I think that it might be,
I figured I'd ask. So I
I don't
started
know,
walking towards the
an
protest.
invitation to go stand there?
That's very that's how you use the bathroom.
I got a question. Yeah, I found this face down. I like it. It's beautiful. I want to put it as my background on my YouTube channel. However, I want to make sure I'm not stealing it.
Well, you can take a picture. That's what I was gonna do. Just get close to the screen and then trim it out.
If I have a telephone no, that's not it. That one's full of evidence.
Yeah, anyway, it's out here, but oh, I know why. One of the veterans that
Sorry about that.
he had a girlfriend. He was here for a while. He had to leave.
Who was that?
I don't know if you know.
I'm trying to get the sunshine on there.
Sorry.
One of the veterans. Patrick.
Christ. I'm trying not to be a fucking sissy lala. I wasn't always good. Forgive me, sir. Sorry, Mike.
Yeah, he was having to wait on me. I moved super fucking slow. Mostly I just wanted an excuse to stop for a minute because I was fucking basically the equivalent.
No
of
bullshit.
running
I got
for me.
$4,000 in my pocket to pay for help. So I'm not going to dish it all out at once. I'll pay per hour, and you already know the terms.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And thank you very much. You want me to write it down, or here? It's on the back of my phone, and I write it on the back of my phone because when I'm in a state of crisis, I can't remember it. Oh,
Remember it anyway. My hair is fucked up and unmanaged.
They got that. No. I was hoping the fucker was going to have a pokey thing, but no. Wait,
are you going to be able to read your own handwriting? Because you couldn't last time.
no.
Yeah, I can read it. All right, if I can read them chicken scratches, you've improved.
Yeah, I gotta go find a fucking pokey fucker.
Not even gonna ask you about your education. I know the answer. Got me my grade 3. All right, I'm done making fun of you for no reason.
Yeah, go find it. Take a picture off the wall, find a tap.
Oh, there's one in there. There's a little bag that's about that big, and it has one of the things to poke into that, pop it out right in it. Oh. See, I'm misunderstanding already. Maybe I shouldn't assume. Now I feel like an ass. Maybe they have something across the street that's got
God,
sugar
did
in
I
it.
make a mistake? Did I admit to it? How long did it take? Holy shit.
Look like anything's open. Oh, yeah.
Then I have coffee here.
Good night.
I'll find something.
That's about it.
Now, part of the reason that I'm interacting the way that I am is because I'm overwhelmed by the environment.
The stuff with Stormy and the stuff that you already know,
Trying to keep
there's a
myself.
bit more to it. So what I was going to try to do is get you to see at least that part within the next couple days.
Okay.
Possibly tonight if possible, tomorrow if necessary.
Okay.
Because if it's not possible today, it's not like I can magic you there.
Yeah, don't be great.
And he's already explained the Sunday
Big leg.
thing.
That one.
All right.
We got a load of that.
I was gonna
Thank you much. And
talk to you for a bit, but at the same time, I'll have to see you later, and we'll catch up tomorrow. Good luck.
yeah, it's
He
gonna
had
be
stuff to
interesting.
do, like hook up the phone.
Got a harsh reminder that I'm not a kid anymore. The other day, I was ready.
Did I ever tell you I broke that window once?
Ah,
I was looking in the window, and over here, it says Scottsbluff Star Herald.
story yesterday.
I was literally, because I was born in Scottsbluff, Nebraska. That's where that stamp is from. So I was looking, and it wasn't exactly there, but I was looking through the window at this stuff, and you know Nick Jeffrey. Okay, well he was sleeping in the alcove right there, and he had the loudest snore out of nowhere. And I had my cane in my hand, and I barely tapped the window, and it friggin' cracked this whole thing. Yeah, so I called up to tell the police I accidentally broke a window, and then called up to find out, you know, who it was that I needed to pay the money to get it fixed. And that guy, Will Chappell, who runs that place, he's a fucking douchebag. But the guy who owns the place was real nice to me. He paid the entire bill, and then he let me pay it back. Yeah. All right. So I saw my. I. I'm fucking hungry. I forgot
got to go to the. Oh yeah.
And I already decided over a week ago that I needed to find somebody other than Tony to help me. But the thing is that Tony kept on offering to help me how I needed. When I told him that I needed him to look at evidence with me, either that night or the next morning, that there was a lady that I'd set up an appointment to speak with, but he needs to look at the fucking evidence. I explained to him over and over and over again, stop putting this stuff on me. I can literally play it in front of you. We don't need to put 400 fucking steps on it. We don't need to add 400 fucking hours of work in order to do all of that bullshit for a 1-hour video to fucking get it to you so that I can take it in the fucking house so you can look at it on the big screen. Okay, we're doing a bunch of shit. I need you to fucking verify it exists, not make it impossible. I'm on a time crunch. That doesn't mean repeatedly be a no-call, no-show. And then blame me for not calling when I did call. Blame me for not texting when I did text. Meanwhile, I'm fucking yelling on goddamn Facebook because